Alright, now we're broadcasting. Oh, joy. Alright, I'm here.
In the ear. Hi.
Oh, there you are. I can hear you.
Hi. Okay. Random text messages.
Yeah, I mean, just. Okay,
Yeah.
hold on. I have to turn that overhead light off because everything looks freaking low.
Okay.
I realized the lights behind me are kind of yellow, so, I'm fighting a losing battle right now.
Just bring the main light closer. I am trying to find a good white balance for myself at the moment.
Ah! I can do it.
That makes me look orange. Pink.
How did I didn't break anything?
Pink, it looks blue.
What?
I said it's pink, but it looks blue.
It's pink, but it looks blue?
The lights behind me.
Yeah, they do look blue.
Yeah, they're pink.
Okay.
Okay.
How can we tell if there's anyone in here?
On your end, I'm unsure. We'd have to bring it up on YouTube as well. I don't know. I mean, I can kind of watch the chat. Private chat and then comments. Hold on. Let me move over to comments. Okay. I am now in the comment section.
It says live viewer comments show up on StreamYard. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. All right, you've got that comment pinned now. Unclick it. There you go. I put little note in there, in the description. Also, meet the editor.
Right.
It's too bad we don't have a computer up here, so I can actually manage everything while you're doing your thing.
Wait, what?
I said it's too bad that we don't have a computer in this room, so I can kind of manage everything while you're over there in that room, in the new office recording room.
Someday, it is electrical to
Yes.
have matching his and her game playing stations, too,
Yes.
and just all of that.
Yes.
Ah,
Mute the audio.
I don't know how that happens.
You don't know how to mute the audio, or don't know how what happens?
Hold on, I've got 10 different things going on at one time. I'm so popular.
Do I need to come up front for a second?
No, it's okay.
Okay.
I got it.
Okay. Voy a fumar.
Huh?
I'm going to smoke.
Okay. I'm trying to let everyone know.
That we're live on YouTube.
Yeah.
Do you want me to come up there and share the broadcast real quick?
Wait, what?
Do you want me to come up there and share the broadcast real quick?
What do you mean?
You can share the link to social platforms like Facebook.
Oh, I mean, sure, because I knew that.
Of course you did. This is why you don't have it. This is why you have an editor, because you know this stuff. I love you.
I swear, I'm the old vampire who's freaking out because there's a helicopter flying by. It's like, what the hell?
What is that thing? That bird flies very peculiarly. La 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 la.
Oh, okay, see, a theater vamp is on here, but it's not coming up.
Oh yeah, this chat just came up. Yep.
It didn't come up. Oh, there it is. Okay.
Yeah, takes a second. Because the platform that we're broadcasting from has to communicate with the platform that we're broadcasting to. and then I just communicate, hey, there's a new comment. And it's done
So-
all through the internet.
Some old vamps handle tech well because they adapt. Yeah, I'm trying. I'm working on it right now, actually, as I'm speaking. A
We're learning. There's a bit of a curve.
little bit. I miss MySpace. I really do. MySpace was not bad.
I miss being able to customize the layout of my page
Yeah, right.
and having the little audio player with like my top 5 favorite songs.
I was all about that music. Okay,
Oh,
I
yeah.
had so much music on MySpace. It wasn't even funny. Like it was ridiculous. Most of the things or people that I followed were like, it was all music.
Yeah, not me. I actually followed people I knew in elementary school because by the time I got to high school, MySpace was obsolete. I'm that old.
Uh, Shush.
I love you.
LOL. MySpace. That's how I met my wife.
Killed many viruses? Like computer viruses? I'm confused. I thought MySpace would be a way to get computer viruses. Fucking old.
Oh, you can't see the.
Yeah, you have to click them for me to see them, yeah.
Right.
Yeah. And you can unclick them to take the comment away.
Okay.
But I can see them in chat. But I got a little chat thing right here that I can look and see them.
It's a lot to learn. It's a lot to learn. Speaking of MySpace.
Okay. I understand Theater Vamp. Okay, speaking of MySpace, what?
Right. I get what you're saying now. Yeah, so this Dahvie Vanity guy.
You've been doing a lot of research on him lately.
Lord, and the tension headaches.
Stress headaches, yeah.
Yeah, it's real. It's a real thing.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I guess it could be worse, but
Well, it's a good way to hide your chin if you're that sensitive about it. Yeah, so what's a good way to hide your chin for Dahvie Vanity if you're that sensitive about it?
chop his head off.
I'm basically saying he can't grow manly facial hair.
I mean, his whole point has to, stay looking young, but really,
Oh yeah, because he's after those teenage girls. That's right. You should just go with the chin strap. Chin strap beard. They got a lot of kids in high school that have chin strap beards.
right, but he'll paint makeup across here. Now apparently he has tattoos or something across here.
Wow, that dedicated to the look.
Yeah, no, it's not just teenagers. It's 9 or 10-year-old.
Which is absolutely disturbing.
Yeah. Yep. How he's not in prison, I'm not even sure, because it was,
I don't know.
he should be. And there's every chance that he might show up here if we have his name in the title.
Oh, cool. Hey, KJ might show up too, because we got KJ in the title too. Who knows?
A big F you. You're around, okay?
Right.
I mean, I mostly have Dahvie Vanity on my mind because that dude. So the Insane Clown Posse designated him public enemy number 1.
SCP.
Something kind of beautiful about that. I don't know why. It just makes me so happy.
Yeah. I love SCP. I've loved SCP for years, and not just because of the Dahvie Vanity shit, but because like a lot of the money that they make, that they don't spend on themselves, goes directly to charities. Like these are good homegrown dudes that care about the community and the people around them.
Okay, yeah.
Their music is fucked up sometimes.
I mean, sometimes it's.
Yes. Ended by the letter N. Fun.
Yeah. Yeah, like I was, I was gonna make a second video about,
Dahvie Vanity.
well, I did call him a scumbag because that's what he is. but the tension, the stress headaches are just, and I know it's because it makes me so angry. I lost track of how many videos there are of his victims,
Mm-hmm.
but then also like witnesses, people who saw what he was doing, or like saw him going off alone with a young girl, or because he tried to do it. He tried to keep people from seeing what he was doing,
Right.
right? Like directly. But it's kind of obvious when someone of his age is traipsing off with like a little.
9 and 10-year-old little girls who obviously do not look related to him at all.
Yeah, and then too, there were people who were there with um, with the one survivor. They saw him and her hanging out. They had to have seen him and her going into rooms by themselves. Like, what else were they doing? And people were like, "Oh, that was just normal in the scene." No, you had predators who were making it seem like it was normal, but it wasn't normal. That's not normal.
Right. Especially like what boggles my mind, because we have a little one, is how these parents let their children that young in age go off to a concert, and there's almost no parental advisory at all. Like, I'm not sure if the parents are going with the kids or if the kids are like going with one of their friends' parents as a group, and then what is that parent let their child's friend go off by themselves with this dude? And
You had situations where the parents went with the kids, and see, here's the thing: people who do this will often groom the parents as well as the children. Quite often, like they become very friendly with the parents, and the whole point is to get the parents to trust them, right? Um, the guy who had the thing happen at the airport here years ago,
yeah,
he was the dad. Um, the person who harmed his son groomed that child's parents, the dad. Engaged, befriended them. You know, became really helpful to them in many ways, um, and they do that purposefully to be able to gain access to the child.
right. Don't forget to unpin the comments.
Oh, right. I was gonna put these headphones on, but I don't know what in the hell I'm doing. But anyway,
Don't mess up your hair.
I don't care about that. It's already frizzy anyway. But yeah. So he would go up to the parents and he'd be like, "Oh, hey mom, hey dad," and just ingratiate himself to the parents or whoever that young person was with. So he purposefully went out of his way to become friendly with the adults if the parents were there. Um, but also, if you read the lyrics of the music, it. I mean, he tells people what he does to his victims in the music. All you have to do is read the lyrics.
Yeah, I see. I never listened. I probably listened to like one Blood on the Dance Floor song once. And once I actually like heard the lyrics, fuck the noise in the background. Once I heard the lyrics, I was like, no, just no. I'm out. I'm not listening to this. This is trash. Worse than trash. This belongs in a flaming dumpster fire.
Yeah. Well, I mean, he uses, still does this. Uses artwork that's going to attract younger people. You know, um, so in the one song, it's talking about Hello Kitty, but mixed in with the Hello Kitty stuff is sexually explicit
Innuendos?
Huh?
Innuendos?
Not even innuendos, just straight up.
Really?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. And
Bold.
it's basically kind of a roadmap of what he does. It's a confession. And there's a lot of that. So he's just disgusting and pathetic, really.
Yeah.
So, and him and the crew back in the day that he was hanging out with went out of their way to pretty much make it seem normal for a 10-year-old, an 11-year-old, 12-year-old to have a relationship with an adult. And, it's this has been the law. This is the law. This is the reality. Here's the reality. No minor can consent to being in a relationship with a person who is 18 years or older.
Mm-hmm.
They can't sign a contract. They can't. It's no, no, no excuse or bullshit. Oh, but that's the way it was back then. No, no, that's not the way it was back then. Maybe around your group, maybe that particular group of people said it was all right. But what does that mean? That means it was a group of predators.
Mm-hmm.
Not all right. Mm. And I've actually seen videos where these content creators are saying, "Oh, Dahvie is never going to go to prison, or he's never going to have any consequences." Well, he's still doing all of this right now.
Right.
So, yes, he could actually go to prison right now. And apparently, the FBI is looking into him.
Thank the gods, all of them.
I hope. I hope they are.
May the powers of Tyr find the justice.
I mean, I hope Sekhmet chews out his heart. Have at it.
And laps at his blood like it's wine.
Wait, what?
And laps at his blood like it's wine. You repin the comment. Okay. You got it.
I'm trying to figure all of this out as we're sitting here talking. So,
If it's highlighted, it's up. If it's not highlighted, it's not up.
So, to anyone who's on here, say hi. May suffer a face so cruel the devil shall leave. I'm all about it. I would like to watch that. Can we do that on pay-per-view?
Yes, absolutely.
All proceeds go to his victims.
Yes, absolutely.
Let's see. I'm trying to see how many people are in here. This is. I don't even know. Okay, like it. If you're in here, like this thing so I can see how many people are in here. I'm just curious. Just curious. Did you hear that?
Yeah, that was Baby Girl.
Oh, okay. I thought that was our neighbor outside. So, yeah. Are you having fun with your hair?
Yes, just a little bit. I have it up all day for work. I'm just like it's my off day, so I want to let my hair down, and it just got washed, so it's nice and voluptuous.
Well, I have kitty girl over here staring at me like, "Are you sitting still? Can I jump on you? Can I head with you?"
Of course. Right.
Let's see. don't know what these things are. There's so many things on here.
Yes, I agree, Theater Vamp. I agree completely.
I mean, that would be so much smarter.
Right.
Makes just way more sense.
I mean, if you're at the age, if you're in your 20s, at the very youngest, go for the college kids. Guarantee you they're 18.
Not always.
Not always, I know. But for the most part, college kids are going to be at least 18 years old for the most part.
I mean, sometimes you get those kids who are in the high school to college programs or whatever they have.
True. Yeah.
But
I don't know. Just if you're an adult and you're doing concerts, make sure the people that you're trying to hook up with are at least 18. And it's not that hard to learn how to tell a fake ID from a real one. I used to work on Bourbon Street, and I picked it up like that. Like, with a snap of the fingers, like that. It is not that hard to tell a fake from a real ID. And just don't target kids.
that's a novel idea. But see, he's such an asshole. He's such a scumbag to the people around him, to everybody really, that nobody wants to put up with him.
Right.
So it seems like he targets younger people because they don't know any better. They don't have that life experience. They don't know how to tell them this,
Right, they're vulnerable.
So
It's kind of the thing. Like, rock stars want to feel like, yeah, I've got power. I can do whatever I want. It's power tripping.
I mean, he's just, and he sees nothing wrong with what he's doing, even now, you know.
Yes,
Apparently
absolutely.
now he's taken off the wigs and the makeup, but he's still trying to disguise himself with like tattoos on his head and shit. Everybody knows who he is. Everybody knows what he looks like. Everybody knows what his real name is. You know. Yeah,
Jose.
the ID trick.
Or you bend it, and if the plastic creases, it's fake.
No,
It's a bunch.
showing ID is like saying your ID is silly looking, so you can see the, potential person's ID to see if they're.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah, he doesn't care about that though, you know. Um,
Yeah. So that segment is for the ones who want to be smart.
and who are not creepy scumbags.
Or predators.
Well, there are some words that are apparently banned on YouTube or whatever, so I'm trying to stay away from the P word.
Oh, that's a banned word?
Apparently, which makes no sense.
That explains why, as popular as Dahvie Vanity and his cases are, the video didn't get as many views as I thought it would, because KJ blew up. Dahvie Vanity hasn't blown up yet. And it's maybe because I put the P word in the title.
Maybe,
And the video is also restricted to 18 and up.
maybe we should change it to scumbag, because I mean that's what he is. I'm gonna call it like it is. And there's all kinds of evidence and proof. All kinds.
I'm going to find a synonym that's not banned.
It's almost like they need to ban the people who are doing the wrong thing, not the people who are trying to shed light on the people who are doing the wrong thing. Do you know what I mean?
Absolutely, yeah.
Because this is a thing that should be talked about.
Mm-hmm.
It needs to be. And these people who do this need to be brought out into the light of day. You know?
Yep.
So I'm up on my soapbox. Yeah.
Looking off screen. So walking nightmare, but on some level I'm wondering what sort of trauma bred such a creature and will continue to breed more because trauma comes from trauma and that cycle needs to be broken. Well, that's true. I mean, in an aspect, I studied psychology. In an aspect, yes, trauma breeds trauma. So I mean, it could be very likely that something traumatic happened to him in his past. Which
Yeah, but
I won't judge. I won't judge if that happened to him. I'm judging what he's doing now.
right.
But there's also the situation psychologically where there's no trauma to the originator of the trauma. They just have something, some kind of imbalance or wrong wiring in their brain, and it tells them this is what you like.
Well, I mean, having a traumatic childhood doesn't excuse deciding to be a person who perpetuates trauma.
Right.
He made that decision. You know, he is responsible for his choices. So, and his family can only enable him for so long and protect him for so long.
Right. I
And
mean,
whoever else.
right. There comes an age in everybody's life where you understand what is right and what is wrong. And if you don't understand that a certain thing is wrong, eventually somebody's going to catch up to you and be like, hey, that's wrong. Or, hey, that's illegal. And so in your brain, you should be like, oh, that's illegal. That's wrong. I shouldn't be doing that anymore. But some people, and I think we're getting into like a little bit of the non-normal thing, which I guess is kind of what it is understanding, but this is what I like, and I don't care if it's wrong or illegal.
Yeah, I mean,
Neurotypical. Sorry, that's the word. Neurotypical.
but man, the first, what it was, he has had run-ins with law enforcement, if I remember correctly, 4 or 5 times.
Mm-hmm.
And sadly enough, the parents of those young people chose not to press charges. But when he confessed that one time, if I'm not mistaken, that law enforcement officer could have said, "Oh, you confessed," and they could have slapped charges on him themselves.
Mm-hmm.
But they chose not to. They could have avoided possibly hundreds of victims if
Yep.
they'd just done their damn jobs.
Yeah, but that's the problem with police in the country is they're so willing, ready, and able to just do what serves them, like not doing paperwork or shooting somebody because they feel threatened. Like you're the one with the gun, you're the one with pepper spray, you're the one with the power. How about learn to use that power correctly, and then think about other things, but it blows my mind how, especially in the U.S., police officers can be so ignorant or just don't care.
Or don't understand how trauma victims can respond to trauma. It's not always the same way. Like, you don't always have the same response to similar situations, right? So, you know, and yeah, I mean, really, young people who have been traumatized should be offered therapy ASAP
Mm-hmm.
to work through that trauma, because that trauma can either they can they can self-destruct, you know, and either get into substance abuse problems. Just, there can be all kind of problems that come from being traumatized, especially at such a young age.
Mm-hmm.
You know, even for the victims who were groomed at a young age, they might not have been physically or otherwise traumatized, but there's mental trauma that goes along with grooming and all of that.
Yep.
Everyone has it. I'm just gonna put it up.
Never seek help, not to become a monster. Absolutely. I will say that there are circumstances with minors who are traumatized where their parents don't address it. The bad parents.
Yeah,
It was like, there's nothing wrong with my child. There can't be anything wrong with it. No, you're fine. You'll get over it. You don't need help. You're strong. No, they're in a point of development in their life. And if they're coming to you for help, or if you're paying enough attention and think to yourself, they might need help, and then recorrect yourself thinking that, no, they're strong, they'll be fine. You're wrong. Children need to have how they're feeling, what's been done to them, addressed. And there's no excuse not to. We therapists, psychologists, what's the other one? Psychiatrist. It's a booming field. It's much more easily accessible than it was when I was a kid. And
Right.
I went to
It is
therapy.
expensive. It is expensive though, but a lot of people don't realize that there are, if you go to your local victims advocacy group, call them, contact them, what have you, a lot of those groups will have resources where that will pay for therapy, what have you. So, and also there's like online support groups and therapy and whatnot, um, s- places with sliding scales, what have you. So, I mean, therapy is accessible, but a lot of people don't realize it. And half the time, law enforcement won't tell them, hey, you know, therapy would be a good idea. I'm of the opinion that part of the whole, was it defund the police? They misnamed that. Um,
Mm-hmm.
but part of that should be that you have a therapist that goes, like a trauma therapist, something that goes on certain calls with law enforcement. So, like domestic violence, um, situations, anything where a child has been harmed.
Or runaways.
Huh?
Or runaways.
Yeah.
Send a therapist for a runaway as well.
Right, because as soon as a therapist steps into the situation and can help evaluate and talk to that person and get them help ASAP, the better
Mm-hmm.
it will be for the victim.
Mm-hmm.
So, and I'm saying this as ex law enforcement because, you know, we shouldn't, as a culture, we should not expect law enforcement to be, you know, doctors and nurses and therapists and on and on and on. It's just that's not, most law enforcement officers are not trained to do all that, you know?
And they deal with too much shit to even try and fill that role anyway.
Right. I mean, and on top of it, they're not paid enough for, you know, it's just, it's a lot
Yeah.
of one person, really. Their love map is warped. I don't know if you can see these
Yeah, I'm seeing. I'm clicking the chat bar as it pops up.
right on. Yeah, I mean, it can be. It can be. It depends on the person, though, right? So with this
Yes.
guy, I don't know. I don't know if there's a history of trauma in his past, but do know that there is a huge history of him creating trauma around him, and it's not just like his one bandmate, Jay Von Monroe, was. I mean, his life was at risk.
Oh,
But
that's a gay drummer, was it? Or
he
what
was
instrument did he play?
like he was the actual real singer.
Oh, right.
um, yeah. Um, yeah, he was diagnosed with AIDS or I'm sorry, with,
HIV.
and, you know, Scumbag wouldn't postpone the tour,
So that he could get the proper medical treatment.
right? But then Scumbag was supposed to pay for uh, the medical insurance, but he forgot conveniently to pay for it. So therefore, you see what I'm saying? So, but then when Scumbag found out that he was pre-diabetic, he canceled a tour that he was supposed to be on for his medical needs. It's all about him. The whole world revolves around him in his mind. There's nobody as important as he is, you know. And uh, he sees nothing wrong with attacking, you know, grown women, like the lead singer of New Year's Day. He attacked her, um, and yet
Yeah, so
again,
because they tried to quit doing gigs with him, right?
no, just
Because of other issues.
he's a scumbag. He wanted her to he
Give him oral.
he said the only way she was going to make it in Hollywood, apparently, is if she did sexual favors for him. As if he has some sort of real anything in Hollywood. As if he's anything. He's nothing. He's nothing. He has no real music career anymore. He has no nothing anymore. He's just a little pathetic lump of flesh that should be in. He's like that scab that somebody scraped off and flicked onto the floor. That's him. Sad.
By the way, Theater Vamp, congratulations on breaking your own cycle, man. That is wonderful news.
I mean, that's always a good story.
Absolutely.
A good thing to hear.
Where did I go?
I don't know. Where did you
Here
go?
I am.
Okay. Hi.
Hi.
Oh, boy. Yeah. So, alrighty. So, on top of it, for a minute there, I kind of felt guilty about doing the videos about stalking and all of that. And I had to kind of pull myself back for a minute because this KJ woman apparently is going around saying that the content creators who are calling her out for her bad behavior, that they are stalkers. Somebody pointed out to me that she's probably been watching my videos. So I'm just going to say that right here, right now. Dear KJ, you're not being stalked. You're actually not even really being cyberbullied. You are being called out for your bad behavior and the things that you have done. You chose to do things to people that were just unwarranted. Now, records may be public. There may be documents that are public record, but that does not mean that you take those documents and disperse them out to the general public.
Right.
Like the hospital records of a child. So apparently, the judge in that child's case sealed those records in large part because of KJ.
Yeah, I thought children's health records in general were supposed to be like only accessible to doctors, referred doctors, and to the patients themselves or their power of attorney people.
Their family, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, well, KJ in her mind, she can do whatever she wants, apparently. She can go ahead and disperse like people's personal financial records. Because, they're public, so why not, right? So everything that comes up from this Tati lawsuit, KJ best be prepared because she has set the standard that it's okay to share all of that publicly. So anything that happens to KJ is going to be shared publicly, I guess, huh? Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a standard that she set. So
if you do this, what KJ has done, once this all goes to court and everything else, and whatever winds up happening to her, that's the precedent. If somebody else does this,
yeah, but then she'll bitch because people shouldn't be doing that to her.
Nobody's special in this world.
Well, she's just a YouTube content creator. That's all. But that's what Tati was as well. So, yeah, no, I, took a step back, looked at it, non-biased, whatever. And, there's a difference between being stalked and being called out for doing stalker type behavior.
Mm-hmm.
There's a distinct difference between the two.
Right. If anything, we're doing a better job of being reporters or whatever the hell she calls herself than she is, because she's writing opinions and putting out very private information that has really no negative portent or implication. She's just putting out information and smearing it, changing it to fit whatever for lack of better termination, conspiracy she's thinking of.
Well, I mean, she she tries to out people as being gay or queer in some way, you know, which is in the queer community a big no-no.
Yeah, no.
Um,
You come out when you want to come out, not when somebody else wants you to.
right. I mean, that can put someone's life at risk in so many different ways.
Right.
That's just something you just don't do. Now, maybe she lives in the land of hetero and doesn't realize that, but yeah, no, I would never. I'm queer, and I would never do that to someone.
Same here. I've had family members and friends come out to me as being non-heterosexual, and they ask me, "Don't tell anybody." And I have yet to speak a word to anyone about their preferences. When they came out to their family, that was their decision. When they came out to their friends, that was their decision. They felt confidence in me enough to tell me. That doesn't mean I'm going to go and tell everybody else.
Yeah, I mean, it's just. Oh, and someone. There are two people on here. Right. Okay. Yeah, it's just, the things that she does. There's just so much, and it's almost like she doesn't want to acknowledge the fact that there are actual receipts out there, screenshots. Just, I mean, in this day and age, you can't do things like this and not have it come back and bite you in the ass. It's gonna come out eventually. It will. There's no way around that.
Right. She's a content creator on the internet. If it goes onto the internet, guess what? It's there forever, and people are going to call you out for it.
And it's not just YouTube. She's on Twitter, Instagram, all the different whatever.
Right.
Oh, hold on. Yeah, that's always hard.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I mean, so for a minute there, I was kind of like, I know that there are going to be people who do the whole false victimization thing, and that's right up her alley. That's what she does.
Mm-hmm.
So I felt guilty for making those videos, but then I was like, no, there's a reason. There are people out there who really need those videos, and I need to do more of them. Jake's Baby Cakes. Hello, this is my first time here. Hello.
Hi, Jake. Hey, Jakes.
I think I've seen you, was it Charlotte's live stream? I like her. She's nice. And she got that voice. She reminds me of my Aunt Karen. I miss my Aunt Karen.
I hope she's not a Karen.
No. That did not come out right. Aunt Karen.
I know. I was making a joke. It's okay.
People gotta stop using that name in a negative way. No. Now my whole family's going to be like, what?
Hey, there are good Karens out there. I saw there was a picture floating around the internet of a Karen like with a pro Black Lives Matter poster or like a pro Biden poster. I'm just like, hey, cool. Okay, Karen.
I know. Maybe we can switch it from Karen to KJ. Just let's all switch it.
I don't know. KJ isn't a typical old white woman name.
Oh my God. Like, she's younger than I am. KJ's younger than me.
Hi, Edun.
Here's the kitty. She came to say hi. I'm probably going to get hit in the face with her head. What do you do? Are you going to say
Sniffing
hi?
the mic.
Get your butt out of my face. Come here. This is my life.
Yes, Edun, even though I found her, has become your kitty.
Yes. She's only happy if she's like holding me some kind of way or headbutting me.
Yeah.
So this is usually if I'm researching for a video, this is what's happening.
Yeah. And I get the other cat. I get Bast.
My cat decided she liked you. I saw this on my recommended. Oh, that's cool. That gives me hope.
Yeah, absolutely.
we're trying to get the algorithm up as good as we can for the channel for all the people with stalkers and stuff out there and domestic violence situations, whatnot.
Any kind of abuse.
Yeah, I have so many videos coming up. It's not even funny. Like all the research, like the stress headaches are real.
I cannot wait to have my head in a computer screen for hours.
Wait, what?
I cannot wait to have my head in a computer screen for hours.
Are you talking about Miss Ball? Yeah.
Oh, yeah, KJ, yeah. Yeah, we're talking about KJ.
So I did some videos about stalkers, how to build a case against a stalker, things like that. And then she starts going on about how she has stalkers and using terminology that I used in the videos. You can go watch the videos. You can see what I'm saying. When I saw her, it was like she was parroting back things I had said. And I'm like, wait, whoa, what? And it made me feel so guilty. Not my favorite person either.
Yeah.
Now.
Third that notion.
Yeah, because these videos I'm making for stalker victims, I've built cases for a little over 20 years probably against stalkers. This is a hobby for me. I don't charge to do it typically. So I despise stalkers is what that is. So for her to say that she's being stalked and it's content creators who are calling her out for her bad behavior. She's not being stalked. This is what I do. If she were, I would say, hey, y'all, back off, whatnot. But
right. Well, now that she's using the terminology in her videos addressing her own behavior and all that, now she's using the terminology. She can't feign ignorance of the situations.
No, but she will. She does.
She does feign ignorance, but anybody who knows, who watches her videos and watched that video where she was parroting you, they now know that it's arrogance is what it is. And arrogance of any law does not make you exempt from the law.
This is true, but this is such a small channel. We only have like 47 subscribers, so she probably figures no one's even going to see our videos. Do you see what I'm saying?
Give it a year.
So, stalking involves malicious intent. Yeah.
That's an aspect of it. Yeah.
Yeah. So, well, it depends. Okay, if you got a stalker who's delusional, like has schizophrenia or is schizoaffective, they may not even realize, they may not even know that they're stalking someone. Like the mental health issue that's happening, it just doesn't register. So, and I've seen stalkers who are like that, who once they get back on their meds and get that treatment and come back to their real selves, realize what they did, and then it's like it comes crashing down on them. Like, and it's so hard. I feel so bad for people who suffer with that mental illness, and for the victims, both, right? But so that's difficult because they don't mean it in a malicious way, and they don't really have like a choice. But with KJ, what she was doing to Tati, and there's a video where she's talking about what she's going through and having to move and all this and that. And she looks off to the side at someone and she has this look of terror on her face. And I have seen that look so many times.
Sorry, we're reading comments.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah, I mean, therapy would be, therapy is a really good idea if you, seriously, therapy helps. Even like right now at your age, you're never too old to go to therapy. I'm right there with you. Therapy is a good thing.
For anybody watching, I am sorry about the echoey, creepy baby laughing in the background. That would be our daughter. Almost as if on cue.
Yeah, she's very happy now.
The thing is, I can hear the audio, and I know that it's kind of feeding back around. And it's echoey and kind of creepy.
She's sharing the cuteness.
Yes. Although with the echo, it's creepy.
So people interjecting into your personal life. Well, I mean, I think there's a difference between stalking and cyberbullying as well. So maybe she does have some cyberbullying going on. That could very well be the case.
True.
Very well could be. And I wouldn't be surprised. Um, but really, the negative things, I feel bad for Tati. KJ's research was extreme. Yeah. Yeah. And at one point, I didn't just watch other content creators and what they had to say about KJ. I went and watched KJ's videos too. Like I watched her, right? So when she was talking about looking into Tati, at one point it was like she was in a frenzy, and I was like, wow, I've never actually gotten to see this before, where a stalker is like actually in that frenzy place. And that's what we were seeing. It's not normal for an investigative journalist or content creator to look into death records and birth records and oh, is her dad in the mafia? What? Based on what? Where's her evidence? Where's her proof? There is none.
That's what I was saying about the whole conspiracy thing a little while ago. Is she's taking information and smearing it, smudging it to fit whatever conspiracy she thinks is going to get her views.
Yeah, I mean, that's a pretty weighty thing to say about someone that they might have been in the mafia. For all anyone knows, he could have health problems. Like Maynard from Tool, Perfect Circle.
Yeah.
Like, his mother wasn't working because she couldn't.
Right.
Health problems. Like, but you don't see anyone going and digging into his life. Why would you? What? Just because somebody's a celebrity doesn't mean that they need every little piece and speck of their life dug into because someone doesn't like them.
Right.
You know?
I mean, if I don't like somebody, I'm just not going to do anything to like any kind of research or any way associate myself with that person, because if I don't like them, I'm just not trying to not let them influence my life.
See,
I think that's how you should do it. However, I understand in situations of like investigative journalism, like what we're doing with KJ and what we're doing with Dahvie Vanity, is you research certain things because these certain things need to be brought to light because it's bad, negative behavior, illegal behavior.
mm-hmm. Yeah, right. I mean, well, see, like with the Micah Stauffer stuff, I didn't dive into that because by that point I was just like, okay, like this is just nuts. Forget the voice to text. I get you.
That's all right.
But like when she is targeting, like she'll target beautiful women who are as successful or more successful than her, and that's jealousy. That's straight up jealousy. I'm gonna call it what it is. But then she'll target children, and that's vulnerability. That's a person who can't fight back, right?
Right.
But then she hates men as well, so she'll target men as well. And then if those men call her out on it, well then, she'll say that they sexually harassed her. So, yeah, that happened.
I see. I feel like I'm going over a situation. I was in the military. We had like monthly briefs where we'd go in and we talk about sexual harassment, sexual abuse, and all that good stuff. And what you're telling me right now is like describing a situation in which we had to kind of judge who was at fault. And at the end of the day, a lot of us in there were like, in a way, this person started it, so they're the most at fault. And then this person reacted negatively, so they're also kind of at fault. But in this situation that you're explaining to me is they got called out. They called her out on her bull, and now she's calling them out on false accusations again. And I detest situations like that.
Let's see, with the Stoffer thing, I hope that little boy is okay. I don't know much about that because really what I'm focused on uh, are these little Jeffrey Epstein wannabe scumbags and stalkers and people like that who really need to be definitely need to be talked about. But if there's I don't understand with the Stoffer thing. Where did the child go? Why aren't the police involved? That doesn't. I don't understand. I don't get it. But I do know that KJ just goes after things way, way too hard, and that's not investigative journalism. That's what she says, but that's not the reality.
Right.
I think she needs some. She needs some college courses on what investigative journalism actually is.
Yeah, she needs a little bit of re-education.
Therapy. She needs lots of therapy.
Yes.
Okay, so he's in a good family. Well, that's good then. That's, exactly where he should be with a good family. That's where every child should be.
Absolutely.
I mean, I don't know. But she gets really, really fixated and obsessed. And it's not really, for me, it's not necessarily the amount of videos that she does, because I noticed on YouTube people do a lot of videos on people, and that's fine. She digs way too much and discloses information that should not be disclosed on the internet. She doxes people repeatedly. She's caused 3 or 4 people to move home, to move. Yeah, I mean, that's kind of a big deal when you're scaring people to the point that they are moving.
And they have to uproot their entire life and set up somewhere else because of another person.
To the point where she has a defamation lawsuit against her, and I would not be surprised if she has more coming, possibly even criminal charges. Some of the stuff she's doing, man. I mean,
What was the little comment combo you had with one of the lawyers' YouTube?
oh, Emily D. Baker, are you talking about? What?
The one, I think you said something along the lines of, how nice is it to have, how often do you get a case so perfectly wrapped up laying on your desk?
Yeah. That was on Twitter, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, Lord. What turned me? Hold on. I'm getting used to the whole thing.
And the P word with no evidence or charges against them. I'm assuming we're meaning pedo or predo?
Yeah. Pedo.
Which one? Pedo? Oh, okay.
Yes. Yeah, I mean, the people I'm going to be talking about, they have a long history. They have a lot of victims, survivors, witnesses, all of that coming forward. There are police reports. Like, there are receipts, like, to the point that I'm getting stress headaches. Like, there's a lot out there. I'm not going to, cover someone that had a groupie at one point say that something happened, but then he wasn't actually in the country, or she was like on the other side of the country or something. Like, I want there's solid, tangible evidence that would hold up in a court of law.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I'm saying. So, with Dahvie Vanity, I mean, Jesus, it is.
Yeah, the list of his victims is a mile long.
Oh, Lord. And that's just the tip of the iceberg, because you got to think that a majority of his victims will not come forward. So the ones that have come forward, probably in the 50s or 60s,
Mm-hmm.
I lost track.
Yeah, I think the last video that we uploaded, we started listing off that iceberg of names, most of which, if you watch the video, we used just first initial because they're minors. or
Yeah.
at the time were minors.
Yeah.
And that was a good, 30 minutes of the video was just listing off the letters and their age and where it happened.
And that wasn't all of them.
Yeah, that's just the tip of the iceberg.
Yeah, I could have continued with the ones that have come forward.
Mm-hmm.
So I wonder how many are out there that have not come forward yet. I'm just saying, because wherever he goes,
Okay,
and
good to
also
know.
he has victims flying out to him as well. So
I
there's
mean, how is this case not wrapped up and ready for him to be put in jail as well? If it's documented and there are receipts that he flew his victims to him.
out in California, I mean, I had to look it up, but I do believe that the statutes of limitations for California have changed. California and New
California.
York, I do believe. So
New York, I'm not surprised. California is a little bit. That surprised me.
but I mean, this guy is a scumbag. Emily D. Baker. Yeah, see, I'm ex law enforcement, so I worked in criminal courts, and I was really, at one point, I was thinking about going into law, but I'm not a good liar. No offense to lawyers. Out here in New Orleans, I'm just saying,
I'm not going to quote.
Yeah, I like Emily D. Baker. Every time she goes live, I want to be there. And I don't often actually say anything when I'm on her channel,
Mm-hmm.
like just doing live chats, because it's her channel and I am a content creator. I'm not about to try to, be weird.
Oh yeah, if you want to know a little bit more about Dahvie, just go look at the video that was posted today. I think is when it came on the air.
Yeah, and I'm going to have more videos about that, dude, because there's so much.
Yes.
There hasn't been a lot of videos made recently, except for one person who is himself a scumbag. So,
Oh, is he trying to clean slate it for
no,
Dahvie or anything?
another scumbag made a video about Dahvie Vanity,
Right.
who is another scumbag I'm going to do a video on. So, hey, look at that.
So wait, it's a scumbag calling out a scumbag?
Kind of.
Okay, so at least he's calling out another scumbag. I mean, that's
Scumbag
kudos.
too thinks that he's not a scumbag. He thinks he is like the smartest person in the known universe and does no wrong, but really he's just a scumbag. So,
Hey, I'm back in 1 second. I gotta grab something out of the car because you have drinks. I don't.
oh, haha. Yeah. So Dahvie Vanity is beyond horrible, and I have a feeling he's not going to have a good time in prison when he ends up there. And when he ends up in prison, everyone will probably hear me screaming in joy, and all of his survivors. So yeah, Dahvie Vanity he's a piece of work. I don't even know. But yeah. So that video I made about Dahvie Vanity was really hard to make. Like the stress headache, I had to cut the video in half. Against Dahvie Vanity, not that I'm aware of. Supposedly, the FBI is investigating him, and I think 2 or 3 different jurisdictions might also be investigating him. We'll see. I don't know. I just hope that something shakes out because he's still doing this now, right now. Like, he's still contacting minors through social media and everything that he's been doing for, since 2006, and many of the people he targets are 9, 10, 11 years old. So, I mean, if he's guilty, there's so much evidence out there.
That I wonder how he's in jail yet. That's how much evidence is out there.
I mean, we have to say allegedly, we have to say in our opinion, but I mean, it's a mountain. Know what?
Any context. I just walked back in. What is the no for?
I'm not sure either. If he goes to prison and put under the jail, yeah, I wish. That's where he belongs, really.
I mean, solitary can fuck people up, but if they're in a life sentence and they're already kind of fucked up like Dahvie is, I think kind of solitary is where they need to be. If for nothing else than their own protection.
I almost think that maybe it would do him some good to have some self reflection and sit alone
Yeah.
for some time and think about
What got me here? Why?
Yeah. I'm just gonna put this up there. Yeah, that is
Yes.
disgusting. Yes.
Yeah.
That's why I was getting stress headaches. I was like, brain hurts, does not want to wrap around or comprehend.
Does not compute. You're getting stuck.
Such a scumbag.
Yeah.
Allegedly. Definitely, in my opinion, he's a scumbag.
Mm-hmm.
I don't even know.
I didn't do it.
Cannot prove a thing.
I wasn't there that day.
I was asleep. I was being climbed on by a 3-year-old.
Sorry, this is a normal thing that I do whenever there's any kind of siren. So much so that I found a shirt that said something along the similar lines of what I normally say when I hear sirens, that I had to buy it.
Yeah. So I'm going to smoke a cigarette because I am actually still combating a stress headache because I was researching right before we came on here. And man, we need to monetize this channel so I can get paid for this because
Soon. Please get us to 1,000 subs and 4,000 hours watched soon.
but then once we do that, then we're just going to buy more equipment to make the channel better.
Mm-hmm.
Happen.
And gives y'all some power words of encouragement, some words have power merch at some point.
Dahvie, Vanity, yeah, look into him. Just handle it with care. I mean, what I had to do is I had to stop every once in a while, meditate, do some yoga, put some good healing music on. Just, it's bad.
I have come home from work several days to find her just kind of losing her mind a little bit from researching these people.
Yeah.
That's how bad it is.
Just stuns me that he is not in prison. I do not understand. You gotta think that when he was on tour, he was staying at all these different hotels. You're telling me that people who worked in those hotels didn't see all those little girls going into his room with their security cams? You telling me the security didn't see that? All right.
The excuse of, oh, well, he's a celebrity, so, I mean...
Fuck. I'm just gonna cuss. I don't give a fuck. You know what? I'm gonna quote Otep here because he actually stole some lyrics from Otep. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a single fuck.
Hold up.
Excuse my cussing.
Scumbag stole lyrics from your girl Otep?
Yeah, she called him out on it. Yeah.
Bruh, you don't steal lyrics from a metal artist who's got she's got 5 PhDs or something like that?
And she's got muscle. She would hunt him into the next millennium without even thinking about it.
I'm 6'2", like 270 pounds, and I would not ever want to get in a ring with Otep. She would beat my ass fucking senseless.
I would, but for a different reason.
I mean, let's not go there.
Can you not knock everything off the table, please?
No, it's physically impossible for Bass to not get up on the table whenever we're doing something.
I know. She has to. You gonna come say hi?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. He doesn't really actually write his own lyrics. He has his victims or fans. Sorry. Or he steals them or samples music from other musicians without any credit, without royalties or anything. So he's a thief. He steals artwork for his merch. Apparently, he was going to try to start a makeup line. Like anything and everything that he does that involves him trying to make money involves him stealing, using his victims to come up with the actual creative products. He is a scumbag, and he belongs in prison for theft, for using his fans to cyberstalk and bully his victims, threatening to release news of his victims if they said anything to anyone.
Blackmail.
Transporting minors across state lines with intent. Um, the list goes on. Punching a victim in the face when she refused to do something. Just on and on and on and on and on. He belongs in prison. You know what? We have OPP right over here.
Not other people's.
No, Orleans Parish Prison is right over here. You know what? The old facility is just sitting there empty, if I'm not mistaken, and I know how to work that. And I got my cuffs and all that in the other room.
Yeah. You know that one song that goes, OPP, you know me? I always think they're talking about Orleans Parish Prisons. I'm like, yeah. But no, they're talking about something else completely different. It's like, oh, I don't know. I mean, I know, but I don't know.
I don't want to know.
I don't want to know.
Ambulance going by for stealing the kitchen
sink.
I mean, if he could steal a kitchen sink and make money off of it, he would.
Yeah, probably.
God, no wonder. That's part of the reason we're doing this live right now is so I can vent, so I can try not to have a stress headache. Because I was just like, I just want to choke a bitch, but I can't. So here I am.
One set of ears is only so much.
Right.
That and getting the feedback and the verification from other people like you guys are watching is kind of what we need.
Why are you feeling less masculine?
Bro, I am heavy set right now. I'm not happy with my body. You should not feel less masculine. I'm not happy with myself. If anything, if you're lighter than I am, I'm envious of you.
There's nothing wrong with a man wearing lipstick. Do you realize in ancient history it was normal, not even ancient, not that long ago, it was normal for men to wear makeup and wigs. And men would dress more fancy than women. I mean, come on.
Mm-hmm.
It's not a big deal.
With the old powdered wigs with the white faces and little mole on either side of their face to distinguish, oh, I'm with this party. Oh, I'm with this party.
There's nothing wrong with men wearing makeup.
Absolutely not. Unless you're an aristocrat.
Unless you're what?
Unless you're an aristocrat. Aristocrat. I think I'm saying that word right.
Aristocrat?
No, I like that movie.
What's wrong with dudes wearing makeup? Not
exactly.
Actually,
nothing at all.
Attractive. I don't know. That's just me. I'm weird.
First time I had makeup on my face, I was in middle school. I had two girls that I kind of had a crush on, but I knew were way out of my league. Put makeup on me.
I think the whole men shouldn't wear makeup thing in part might sort of come from the whole puritanistic, maybe.
I don't know.
Y'all might think I'm crazy, but I love K-pop and those men are so hot with makeup. Yes.
Hell yes.
But
Windows is delicious.
I think I'm treated better by their managers.
By the managers, yeah.
Damn.
K-pop boys and K-pop girls. Apparently there was a period of time in which the U.S. didn't allow K-pop girls to come into the country because it broadcasted as in transporting minors across country lines. And they thought that the K-pop girls were being used as sex slaves.
I mean,
which isn't entirely out of the question.
They are treated pretty badly.
Yeah.
From what I've seen. I have only looked into that a little bit, but it's just, wow. I mean, they're worked hard. They don't really have that much, they're not allowed to have their own lives very much, It seems
Baby metal.
Wait, what?
Baby metal. I showed you the song. K-pop girls. It's their high voices doing metal.
Right.
And Rob Zombie was like, fuck yeah, roll with those girls all the time. Yeah. And then some of the other guys were like, what the fuck is this shit? He's like, these girls rock harder than you. That's fucking right, Rob Zombie.
It does mess with my head a little bit, though.
I like it.
Yeah, they are. Baby cakes, they are treated bad, man. Some of them, if I'm not mistaken, 2 or 3 have, taken their way out because they just,
Yeah.
you gotta have your time. You gotta have vacations and your own life to a degree. Like, I don't know.
Hmm.
You
I
guys,
think that's what KJ might need is a vacation away from Facebook and doing investigation, end quote, for a little bit, just to maybe try and collect her mind right. Like take a break for a month, maybe a year, compose yourself, and come back with a better frame of mind. You can do that while you're in jail.
wait, who?
KJ.
Oh, well, I mean, if she doesn't watch it, she's gonna end up with contempt of court and she'll end up remanded.
Like I said, she can get that clarity of mind while she's in jail.
Yeah, I've had to remand people. It's not pleasant for those people who are remanded. It's it's bad.
Yeah, you used to work in the court, so yeah, I'll take your word for it.
I thought Baby Metal were from Japan. Yeah, I think they're from Japan. If I'm not
Yeah, they're not really they're not K-pop, but within the same genre ish.
Yeah, I mean, being remanded, catching a contempt of court and being remanded back to jail. Ooh, that always hits people hard because you take all of their possessions, and it's not a pleasant experience for the person who's going through it. That's for sure. Sucks. But then also with contempt of court, instead of remanding you to jail or prison, they can give you a fine, and a lot of time, if they're going to do that, it's going to be hefty. It's not. It's not
Mm-hmm.
going to be a joke. So, yeah. But I mean, I worked in criminal court, so it may be different in civil court, and it's a civil federal court, I do believe. So it's, you know, I was local, not federal.
Right.
I don't see. I don't know what that might be in federal court. Like, it could be worse, is what I'm saying.
It probably is. It's federal court. It's probably a lot worse than local criminal court.
She better stop deleting her shit.
I mean, theater. I'll agree to that. I mean, part of the whole aspect of barely legal is somehow appealing, especially to most men, especially older men. Like we live in New Orleans. We've on Bourbon Street. There's a club called Barely Legal Strip Club.
Yeah.
So it's an appealing aspect.
See, I actually met Larry Flint one time and asked him, "Why do you call it barely legal? Like, what? What is that?" I'm like, that's not. And he's like, "Oh, it's just, whatever." He was actually a really nice guy, but I was just like, "That's, creepy." Just saying. I don't know.
But they make money. They've been open for a long time because it appeals to so many people.
Which is just saying a lot about our culture. I've been more selective of K-pop I listen to because of the slave contracts. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's pretty much. I mean, and they don't really have a choice but to sign that. They're not really given much in the way of options.
Okay. I'm gonna come up there by you because my phone's about to die.
Oh, okay. All right.
Okay.
We can share.
Okay. We'll see everybody in just a second.
I'm not sure what Marcus is gonna say, but we'll figure it out. Man, those lights look good back there. Wow. It's pretty.
I need to bring the stool in here.
Do what?
I need to bring the stool in here.
Right. American jail is punitive and slavery. Other countries are more about rehabilitation. Well, yeah, I mean, slavery didn't actually end in this country. If you read the Constitution, it didn't actually end. It just switched from private ownership to government ownership via jails and prison. If you read the Constitution, what I'm saying is true.
Okay, I'm here.
I watched a video about, hold on, anorexia and the fetishes men have. Wow. Oh, could you find out what the name of that is? I would like to watch that.
Yeah, same.
I might just do a video on that. That is. I wouldn't be surprised.
I'm not surprised.
I I mean, I watched one video about K-pop, and it went into some of the like negative aspects, and it was, man, that was painful to watch.
Yeah.
I don't know. She's having so much fun right now.
Yep.
This is pretty much what I deal with all day, is her giggling, running around, doing her thing.
Except right now she's in another room.
Yeah, but she's supposed to be going to bed soon.
We left her with a Kindle.
Yeah.
We'll take it away at 10.
She's watching her cartoons right now.
She's actually
And
playing
then-
the game.
Yeah. Wow, I've been on here for over an hour.
Yeah, an hour and 20 minutes.
Doesn't even feel like it.
Right. I was surprised my phone died. Or almost died. Like I started at like, I think 80%. And after an hour, it's like, your phone's at 20%. Like, oh shit, okay.
Of Herbs and
Alters sister channel.
I'll have to check that out.
Yeah.
Thank you for letting me know about that. I may have to do a video on it. Because that's just, wow, that's just messed up. Because you know those companies are making tons of money.
Mm-hmm.
But how much are those stars being paid, you know? What kind of life are they going to have when they get out of K-pop and all they've done is trained for being in that, you know?
Unless they learn how to invest their money really well.
Anorexia fetishes? That's a thing?
I'm not surprised that it is.
That's disturbing.
And you got people who like amputate, like the amputated parts of people's bodies. So it's not really surprising that people like the anorexic form of people's bodies.
That's wow. That is wow.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'll have to look into that. I'm kind of scared a little bit.
Yeah. I'm not sure it's something that I want to watch, but it's probably something that I should watch.
That makes me think about that. What's her name? Gina Cooney girl. Man, she just looks like she's in bad shape.
I think I know what you're talking about, although it's kind of vague in my mind.
Oh, she's so extremely thin. She's gonna end up in the hospital. You had to pause it to finish.
That is
watching
not
it while-
surprising.
That's bad.
Nexium?
Oh.
You were researching it, weren't you?
Yeah, I'm already researching that.
Yeah.
That's another one. The sexism with that scumbag. Oh my god. That is Eugenia Cooney. Yeah, that poor girl. I really hope she gets help soon.
Mm-hmm.
She looks bad. She's so thin that
Auschwitz? Okay. Yeah, I think that's terrifying, being that thin.
I mean, being a parent, God, and what's hard in my family is I come from just small, thin people. So, like my oldest, she's thin, but I've always been thin. So, like, people will say that she looks like she's anorexic, whatever. She's not, but, like, we're just thin people.
What word did I just use
Which word?
to describe the place?
Auschwitz?
Auschwitz. Okay, I don't know why it skipped my brain after I said it, and I thought I said like the prison in California. That's like the island.
Alcatraz.
Yeah, I thought I said Alcatraz.
Well, yeah, I heard Alcatraz wasn't that good of a place.
I don't know. Apparently, some
I know.
mob guy escaped it though.
Yeah, I don't know if it was that bad, but yeah, Nexium's another one that is just wow. That I feel so bad for every woman who was in there and the men, just everyone. That guy was.
So she hasn't told me much about Nexium as of yet.
Whew.
She'll tell me about the really bad ones when I come home, when she's planning making videos of them, like in the process.
Because he edits them.
Yes.
Yeah, so I try to warn him ahead of time. But yeah, Nexium is. If I somehow found myself in one of their meetings or whatever, I don't think it would have gone well because I would have just told people off and be like, y'all need. This is a cult. Go call your dad. I'm borrowing that from My Favorite Murder. But it's true.
She recovered anorexic and she made a video about Eugenia now down the rabbit hole. Educated and is
worse than I thought. Oh, the creator from of Herbs and Altars.
Oh,
I'm assuming that's who you're talking about. She's formerly anorexic.
oh wow. Well, glad she recovered
Good on her.
and healed from it. Jesus, that's. I mean, Marcus has sat there and watched me eat, and I'm thin, and I'm a mother. Okay, so I gained the weight for the babies and then quickly dropped it, even though I ate everything in sight. I don't know.
And you can finally eat actual food.
I know. I have kind of a lisp because I had a lot of dental surgery, and I'm basically relearning how to speak. And
And how to eat.
I have been. It's so good to eat salads again.
She can eat salad now. She found that out like 2 weeks ago, and she was so happy.
I am so happy. I cannot even express. And then also bacon. Can we talk about how good bacon is?
You don't appreciate just how good something is until you cannot ingest it anymore.
I ate so much the other day with the pasta and the stuffing and the bacon. I was like, I was like, yeah, but I want to eat more, but I couldn't put any more in my mouth. I was like, oh Lord.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man, I'm gonna go watch that, but I'm afraid to go watch that. Yeah, bacon is life. Yes, it is. All of it, and then ham, just ham. Like
Going off topic for a minute, the thing that kind of confuses me is you don't like grizzle,
I
but you
can't.
like bacon.
I can't with the. It's the texture. I can't with it.
But it's all the flavor.
Naturally thin is what it is, but some people have an issue that take it to a whole other level. I'm not.
He's talking about people who, like you, are just naturally thin without having to perform anorexia, and then there are people who take it to another level by anorexia.
You know, with a lot of people who have eating disorders, it's there's some sort of trauma going on, or they feel like they're in an abusive situation, and the only thing they can control is if they do or do not eat, or how much, etc. And it's a mental health issue. So, and it sounds like with Eugenia, I haven't looked into it very much, but it sounds like with her mother, there are some serious issues going on, and with her life in general. So, but if she doesn't get help soon, I mean, you can't live like that for very long without your internal organs shutting down. So, I don't know. It's really sad. She's a beautiful young girl, you know.
At some point, I'm just going to put black up here, wear long sleeves, and just be a head floating in darkness.
That'd be kind of fitting for this house, though. I swear we have a ghost in the house, and for New Orleans, that's kind of normal. So
you got to watch out.
What?
That's how pale you are.
Oh, well, you know.
I pick on her because I love her, and I cherish her.
I could be a ghost. You never know.
You're a vampire, and you know it.
I would not be surprised. I wouldn't be surprised. Yeah.
It's not controlling. Yep.
Yeah. Can you check her?
Yeah.
She's upset.
I got her.
Yeah. With EDs, that's a lot of it is, especially for a young person who is coming into adulthood, so they're going through puberty, or the young adults, if they're not allowed to have that freedom of just life experiences that one normally would have in an abusive situation, right? Like an abusive parent, whatever, then they will self-harm. And I think that's possibly what's going on. I don't know as much about that, but I really hope she gets help, because, man, like, I've seen thumbnails of images of her, and she does not look healthy at all. You're not supposed to be that thin. Nobody's supposed to be that thin. So, I don't know. And her fan base really needs to think about it. If they really want to continue perpetuating that with her, if they really want to, what do they want? You need to think about it. I don't know. really sad. What's up? Okay. But yeah.
I missed that. What did I miss?
Not much. We were just talking about, what we were already talking about. So we've been going for
An hour and a half.
Yeah, we might get going here in a minute.
Let's go for another 30.
Huh?
Run that off on 2 hours.
Are you sure?
I'm good for it.
Kind of long. But I've
It's almost
seen
rings.
Eugenia doesn't want help. She's making so much money. Is money worth life?
Ask most models.
I was a model at one point. Is no amount of money's worth, Thankfully, I'm naturally thin, but man, what I saw some models go through, not even right.
Cool.
I'll watch the replay tomorrow. Right on.
The live.
What?
After the live.
Yes. Yeah. What?
Maybe?
I don't know. This is how we banter. It keeps us sane. So hopefully we'll be able to do more of this together.
Yes.
I'm hoping.
I haven't been in a video for so long. I'm kind of surprised when you asked me to get onto the video with you.
I mean, it's good to do since that is like a thing we do.
I'm enjoying it.
He has a full-time job and I'm a stay-at-home mom, so.
A little bit more than full-time.
Yeah.
56 hours a week is more than a full-time job.
Yeah, it's almost like 2 full-time jobs. It seems
It's
like
a job
really.
and a half.
Yeah.
Job and a half.
Ish. And then you come home and you edit, which I need to learn how to do that because I want to learn how to edit.
Okay.
And do that stuff. Because while baby girl's sitting here playing or sitting on me, I can sit here and edit.
Oh shit. It's almost 11 by then.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Right on.
Get some sleep, dude. Tomorrow's Monday. You probably got work.
Oh, Lord.
I don't have to go until 10 tomorrow, so I'm fine.
Oh, so I can sleep in a little bit. Yeah. Woo-hoo. All right. Well, we're going to close this out.
Do you want to, or did you want to go on for another half hour?
No, let's close it out.
Okay.
That's pretty good. I might start doing maybe a live a day. That didn't come out right. I might start
No, that
going.
sounded right. That sounded right. Yeah. Might do a live a day,
Maybe. It's like a way to socialize at this point. I just don't want to interrupt anyone else's lives.
Right. So we're probably going to do like afternoon,
Maybe.
after 5 o'clock lives, maybe around 6.
I actually like to go to Charlotte's live because I actually get to talk with people in the chat. So.
Why are you awake? Go to sleep.
Oh, Lord.
Watch the replay. We'll see you tomorrow.
Yes, you need to go to sleep.
Jakes.
Ooh.
You need at least 7 hours a day.
You're going
Please
to be
go
tired?
to sleep.
You're going to be tired. I appreciate you coming here, though. Good job. Nothing in my area.
Have to be
Oh, I'm looking for a job.
Yeah. Yeah.
Times
I
are
get that.
hard right now, though.
COVID fucked everybody's lives up.
I mean, hopefully you find something soon. Maybe even something online. I know, I don't know where you are, but here
Relatable.
I can relate to that. Insomnia, yes. But I think FEMA was hiring for something, and then there were a couple other things hiring.
I think that was just after the fires and the tornadoes.
No.
I don't know if the
There was
hurricanes.
another thing that I saw posted.
Really?
I could swear. I don't know.
You look more than I do.
Yeah. But yes, part of the reason I started doing this, I figure I can actually put my degrees and all of that to work, helping people, on YouTube. And then I realized, wow, there's a lot of drama on YouTube.
To reiterate, what degrees do you have?
Criminal justice and business. And also I have all kinds of certifications and training, and I don't even know what else. I lost track. There's a lot. So, yeah. Somewhere I have a certification for of something related to not the building of the stalker cases, but it was something. Oh Lord, I forget what it was called now.
I've only seen your diplomas. I haven't seen your certifications.
I would have to dig them out. They're probably in that one closet.
Oh, that one.
The one that is the abyss, the bottomless pit, where everything goes and just collects dust. But yeah. Yeah, all right. We're gonna get going. I will have more videos up soon. I'll probably try to make a bunch tomorrow.
I will be editing them either the same day, if not the day after, days after.
I don't know. I might try to edit one tomorrow. Make one and edit it. See.
Thank
But I
you
have-
very much for the well wishes on our channel.
Yes, the YouTube drama is real. I'm putting this up right here because yes, that is true. Thank you.
Good luck with the job hunt.
And please stop by anytime I'm up live. I do. This is socialization for me because 2020. So I can't do dinner parties anymore.
I'll make it with a 3-year-old.
I don't leave the house, and sometimes my neighbor and I shout at each other back and forth, and that's about it. So, all right.
Goodbye, everyone.
I am being paged. Thank you, everybody, for coming by. I appreciate y'all. Like, share, subscribe, follow, comment, do all the things. I appreciate every single one because it helps get the algorithm up for the people who are looking for help for stalker cases and all of that. And yeah. All right. If you remember, your no is important and it should be respected. You have the right to say no. If your no is not respected, cut that person out of your life because you don't need any of that BS. Abuse, I'm going to make a shirt that says that.
Mhm.
You have the right to say no.
Right.
Yeah.
That'll be one of our first. Okay, we officially have the idea for our first merch shirt. We'll see when that comes out. Gotta find the story.
Yeah, right? All right. Bye, y'all. Be safe. Hopefully you get some sleep. No, wait. Oh. Right.